Hello, this is just a quick review video of my scooter after 265 miles. It's absolute perfect still, to be fair. Daft little bit of muck on there, but all the grips on and everything are absolute perfect still. You know, the foot grips and everything. And obviously, I switched out the other hand grips, didn't I? Put on these twist throttles. Bit of a bodge there, like bit of a story behind how I managed to do that. I had to put a bit of epoxy resin on and spray paint it, like, because I tried gluing them originally to the twist throttle just to like bypass doing the wiring, but didn't exactly work how I wanted it to, so I had to wire it up properly. But it's good I've done it, really. It's a good thing that I've done it, really, but it's not too bad of a job. You can't really see it that much, to be fair, unless you get right up close. It's a shame, like, but I spoilt it really, because I put that epoxy resin on and I shouldn't have put it on there. So that's why I've had to put a bit of glue, a bit of paint over it, just so you can't see it standing out. But it's sound, really. It's still running absolute brilliant. They say 18.6 miles per charge. It's a 7,800 milliamp battery, but it's full of shit on. It says 18.6 miles, but there's nowhere near that. It'll do probably like, if I'm throttling it everywhere, it maybe does about 9 miles. If I'm giving it full throttle everywhere, but if you take it easy, I think you'll do like 12, maybe 13 if you take it easy. But then that's just boring, do you know what I mean? So it's no fun. But yeah, and this was obviously the suspension I installed. Obviously, original steering rack wouldn't tighten, as I've explained on a previous video, but so the seller refunded me £20 to replace the steering rack, and then for the sake of another £8, I got the suspension instead. So I installed that, and I've only got that little tiny scratch on the mudguard there, which was a shame. But that's the only mark I've got on the whole scooter, I think, to be fair. Everything's absolute brilliant still. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and that little tiny scratch there, I caught it on the bloody curb. Absolute gutted, but never mind. Put another sticker on and that. I was going to touch it up with a bit of paint at some point. I've got plenty of stickers, so I could put another one on and touch it up with some paint and put another fresh sticker on or something. But yeah, it's sound, everything's brilliant on it, to be fair. And this was a bit of a concern, this headset here. It wouldn't really tighten up that well. It was like always like moving around and things, so there was like, we bought these rubber inserts, and it was like just too soft, the rubber. You know, like it just cut into the metal, because it's metal to metal, it just cut straight into it. So I've put like rubber inner tube on instead, because it's a tougher piece of rubber, and it's holding up quite well. It still hasn't cut through it quite yet, and yeah, that's my first piece I've put on there, and it's still holding out quite well, and I've had it on there for about a month now. Not done particularly many miles with it on there yet, maybe 50 miles, but you know, I've had a good few goes out on it, and it's still holding out pretty well, so happy days. And I don't know if previous video, if anyone's watched, but I didn't have my brake caliper on, so I obviously bought this S1 caliper, because it had the smaller bracket for where it fastened onto the suspension. It's got smaller, you know, like the brackets from each side, they're smaller, do you know what I mean? So obviously I've put them on this piece. So yeah, I wanted another piece of red, do you know what I mean, another piece of red to match, but couldn't find none, couldn't get none from anywhere. I was trying to find it on eBay and that, and I was trying to search it, and it was just coming up with random crap like wire replacing, cover replacements and stuff like that. It wasn't the actual sleeving that I was coming up with, so I just took it off another bike, you know, off an old bike. But yeah, it still looks pretty good. I still like the colour coding of it, you know, with it going red to black. It still looks pretty good. You know, I've got a bit of red and black on it everywhere, do you know what I mean? and for the money I've spent on it, absolute bargain, to be fair. It's cost me 335 quid as it is now, with this back suspension as well. I forgot to tell you that the front suspension was £28, and the back suspension's cost me £60, and then I bought a caliper, which is another tenner, so it was like 70 quid. And these lights were £11. They can go through all different modes and that then, but I like it on the green ones best. But everything on the scooters is absolutely brilliant still, to be fair. Absolutely spotless. I mean, I'll be honest with you, there's one thing that I don't like. It's a good thing. The tyres, the front tyre, it's bald now, but in the dry, it's absolute lethal for grip. In the wet, it's lethal for sliding as well. So it's you know what I mean. It's absolutely brilliant in the dry. Absolute. It's like a fucking racing slick. You know what I mean. It actually is, and it's like real hard rubber, but it's like a real soft compound. It's like the rubber seems to flake off when you're going around corners and that. It's like it sort of comes off in like balls. You know what I mean, like how it would on the proper race, like on a race sort of bike or something. But honestly, the tyres are brilliant. The only thing I'm concerned about is the fact when I'm braking with the back, like you might be able to see, it seems to have a lot of tread on one area, and then here it's hardly got none. Where when it's skidding, it's locking the back wheel up, and it's just absolutely obliterating the tyre, like, you know what I mean. See, there's more grip there, and on further round, it's actually like balded it down. It's got flat spots and that. So that's the concern. The only thing I'm concerned about is trying not to lock my back wheel up, because it gives it flat spots. You know what I mean? And I can't really feel them. I can feel them very slightly, but I've been cautious just after that, because I realised what was happening, obviously. So I stopped skidding so much, and my tyre's alright now. It's sound, but I thought I was going to get like maybe 2 back wheels to maybe 1 front, you know, because the front one's the drive wheel. I thought it would maybe have, you know, lasted out maybe 2 times the length of the front one, but by the looks of it, I'm going to have to replace the back one the same time as the front one, I think. But I've done 265 miles now, and it's probably about halfway, the tyre. So I'll maybe get 530 miles, and then tyre's going to be gone. I'll have to get it replaced and that. But yeah, it's just a quick review video just to see what it looks like now, and you know how it's holding up so far. And like I said, it's absolutely brilliant, to be fair. Absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Brakes are sharp as anything. Tyres are real grippy as long as it's dry, but sketchy in the wet, like. So, but I don't go out in the wet. I'll go out if it's damp, but if it's wet, I don't even go out, because there's no point risking it. You know what I mean? Even if it is waterproof, it's not worth that risk, because you go out in the wet, it voids your guarantee and all sorts of stuff, so it's pointless. But thanks for taking a look, people, anyway, and subscribe, like, if you like what you've seen. I've not uploaded many videos in a while, but hopefully there'll be a lot more coming up. I'll be getting my daughter very soon as well, because I'm going through court proceedings to get her, so that's why I haven't been doing many videos and stuff. So, you know what I mean. I've got a bit of stress on my mind and that, but hopefully I'll get back on track, and I'll get uploading videos, and you might even see my little girl in videos as well. She's beautiful. But thanks for taking a look anyway, and cheers for your time.